You ever just know you're being tested? You know, just events, certain situations and circumstances show up that may be of an old life, or a time that you thought you already overcame, but somehow, some way you get put back into that space. I feel like that's where I am right now. You know, I used to think it was bad, or it meant regression, or, you know, I would sit there and be like, oh man, like I thought I was better than this. I thought I already beat this boss. I thought I already passed these tests, you know? But I woke up this morning and I was just thinking about it. And I realized that when it comes to those events and those situations, they're reminders, they're the becoming stages that inform the being stages. I'm pretty tired, but doing the things you can do to ground yourself, reach into the toolkit that we all must build for ourselves, whether that be your meditations, your conversations, your inputs, what you're listening to. Developing that toolkit for yourself is important, because it is illogical to imagine that this flight doesn't come with turbulence. It does. And it's part of the journey to revisit certain seasons or times or hang-ups with this new presence you're carrying. Best way I could describe it right now is it kind of feels like I'm at a boss level of an old life. Certain challenges that I've already overcome seem to pop back up. And it has me realizing and communicating today that it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. It's not your fault as certain things are going on, or factors outside of yourself are challenging you or making things more difficult, but it is your responsibility to take the ownership, recognize what it is, and apply what you gained. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. Knowing what to do and doing the right thing are entirely separate things. So, as this season rolls and as it, flies away, I'm reminded that these are the moments that sharpen you. These are the things that solidify lessons. And so for everybody and everything that we got going, and everything that may feel like a regression, it's like, nah, these are exams to see if you are who you say you are. Anyone can say that they're blissed out and happy and at peace and all that, and that's great. That's great if you don't have any bumps in the road, and awesome. But if you are who you say you are, you have to apply that knowledge to what's going on. you have to take ownership and stock and go, okay, let's do it. I know this. I know this playbook. I know what's going on. I got to make it happen. And whether that be in your career, in your relationship, whatever it is, applied knowledge is power. So today, for me, for anyone hearing this, it's more practical. You know, some lessons, some days, some experiences, it's really heady. It's really just kind of about how you sit within yourself. And there's some days where you're asked to take that and apply it to the physical and to really show who you are. So whatever test is in front of you, whatever friction, just know it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. I've done enough cussing at God and worrying and struggling years ago, you know. Now it's my responsibility to enact and show what I've integrated. And those are accomplishments that aren't flashy to anyone else, and they're not things that they're that they're going to write a book about later, but they are the fine details in your own internal architecture. So whether you're tired, worried, scared, sad, take some time today to breathe through it. And just accept responsibility. Say, I'm going to do everything I can using these tools to show up and pass the test. Because what I've learned is right after these tests is the next up leveling. It is the next, like, how could it not be? How could it not be when you experience something that calls upon you to graduate? So to anyone who's in a final exam right now, just know you're going to graduate. Just know the next phase of life is ripe and it's on its way. It's not your fault. It's just your responsibility. Let's have a good one.